Hi everyone, Bobby Logan here. I wanted to walk you through a Padlet if you have not used one before. The best description that I could give you on a Padlet is it is a virtual bulletin board where you can post questions, you can assign topics, and students can post where you can also comment. So it's a great tool. I've been using it for a couple years. Very easy to use, but I'm going to walk you through this step by step. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to go to Padlet.com. When you get to this Padlet, you're going to log in over here. Click on that. You are going to log in. No need to sign up for an account. You can log in with your Google CV Google account. So click on this. Okay. And it's just going to ask you to continue with your account. Now, it's probably going to ask you for your password. Since I've been using it, it just automatically takes me to the dashboard. And as you can see, I have 6 Padlets listed here. Currently, Padlet only offers 3 for free. I have been using this for a couple years, so I was kind of grandfathered in, but I don't delete these. I just remake these and reuse them because I don't want those to disappear. So what you're going to do initially, this is going to be blank for you for your dashboard. So you're going to go up here and click Make a Padlet. When you do that, it is going to ask you for basically your format. What do you want your Padlet to look like? Now, if I click on this currently, it's going to take me that it's going to try to charge me, and I'm not going to do that. So I'm going to go back to one that I had already had created and used before, and I'm just going to redo that. If you notice, I'll walk you through how I did the background and how you do the questions and stuff. But just to get you started on the format, I'm going to click over here, those 3 little dots, and I'm going to go down to where the formatting is, where I can change that. This is what it's going to look like when you open up your Padlet. What would you like your Padlet to look like? Currently, I have mine as a shelving Padlet. That's what you're seeing over here, but I've used the wall as well. So I'm going to show you a little bit of both of those. The other ones, you can see how it comes back. It's like a back channel. You can do a map. There's a timeline, streaming, canvas. So however you want your format to look, this is where you can create it. So to give you an idea of, as I said, this was the shelving one, and you notice that you can add columns here. Basically, what I did with this one is I gave the students a topic. We were looking at modern day institutional discrimination, and I wanted them to go out and research where, nothing prior than 2010, but where in specific topics. So this is where in column 1, I could name this basically healthcare. Okay. So I name this one healthcare and I save it. This next column, I could call this banking. And you get the idea. You can continue to go, and then once you're done, you're done. You don't have to do another column. But as I put this on here, students then are able to use the plus sign. So let me show you what that looks like. So for instance, if a student wanted to find institutional discrimination looking at banking, and they wanted to share that information because that's what was assigned, they would hit the plus sign. Now, if you notice here, I'm signed into Padlet. But when you share this code, most students will not be signed into Padlet. So what I ask students to do is in the title, I ask them to put their name. So that way I know who is doing what. Now there's many options down here on the bottom. This is where students could upload something from their computer that they would want to share. This is where they could get the link. So in this particular Padlet, I had asked students to write an overview of what they found and then share the link with me. So the link is where they would post it here, and this is where they would just put that in there. This is where they could put a search in, a Google search. They can upload straight from a camera that they are using. And then if you click the 3 little dots here, this is many other options that students can use, which is really nice for them. Now, I will tell you there's nothing that they have to save. It automatically saves once they start writing. If you are in the Padlet yourself, you can see them typing in real time, which is kind of cool. So this gives you an idea. This was the shelving. This was the topics being used here. But how did I get this background? How did I title this? So if you go over to the little circle, this is where you modify. This is where you can change the title up here. Originally, when I had those 6, I did it by period number. If you do it in one group, like all of your students are on here, you're going to notice that this Padlet continues to go on, which is no problem. But I thought it was a little bit easier to break it up by period number. But now that they only give you 3 options, you'll have to check out to see what works best for you. Within this, then, I gave a description. Really, it was the directions of what I wanted them to do. Place their name and the post, and you placed your name, I should have said, within the post, using your assigned topic. Share information you have found. Now, this is where the little icon up here, that little circle, is where you can change it here. They give you some options. I usually don't. You can do emojis and so forth, but I normally don't do that. You can go back down through. Notice there are a couple options here for wallpaper. You could do solid colors, you could do gradients, you could do textures and patterns, or you could do pictures. I tend to do the pictures because I like how those look, but you have a lot of options that you can use within here and be able to click. Okay, you can also add your own if there's something that you have on your laptop that you wanted to share. When you go down, you can look, you have 2 choices for a color scheme. I did, because I chose the darker background, I did the white color scheme, but you could also do the black color scheme. That's nice on lighter colors for it to kind of pop out there. You can also change your font. And as you read down through, you can see there's some options here for you. You can allow viewers to comment on other posts. So if a student is in there, so this is, as I said, it's a great interactive tool. So students can be commenting on others that you can have here. You can also content filtering. You can require approval where you as the teacher approve what is going out there. You can also, if you have students with profanity, you can have them turn that off as well. Okay, so once you're done with this, the key though is you need to save it. Okay, now how do you get it out there for kids to use because you're on this website? I use this, basically, I post this in my Schoology account for students. So if I go over here, I wanted to give you an idea of what that would look like. Here is my class materials for my race and ethnicity unit in sociology. So I would like to put the Padlet in here for students to be able to access. So at the very top, you have a couple options here for sharing. I've done 2 different ways. I've done the copy the link to the clipboard, and let me walk you through that one first. So you copy it here, okay, and it's copied. Go back to class materials, and at the top of add materials, you're going to add the file, link, external tool, okay, and you are adding a link. With that, I'm going to paste it, and I'll just name it Padlet for now. Now I keep this box here for it to be displayed in Schoology. If you want them to open a new tab, you can turn that off. So if I click add, here we go. And you will see at the bottom the Padlet is located here. You can click on that, and basically it opens it up, and here's the Padlet within Schoology. Now the other option that you could do is, if you go back here, you can do embed in your blog or website. I've also done that. So copy it here. Okay. Go back, you're going to do the exact same thing. You're going to go to add materials, add file, link. Okay. Paste. And I'm going to name that Padlet as well. And again, the options are here if you want it displayed in Schoology or if you want to turn that off. If I click add, okay, basically what you're going to see is the Padlet located here. I like this just so it gives students an idea of what they're doing, because I usually have it titled. But what students can do then is they hit this arrow button, and that takes them out to the tab, and they get a full screen view of what the Padlet looks like. So I hope this helped. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. In this particular case, I used the shelves, but I have done the wall one, where let me just show you what that looks like real quick. When you do that, it's blank and students can just start posting. They hit that plus sign and that can add it in, and it fills up the screen, which is kind of cool to see. So if you have any questions, like I said, just let me know. I'll be happy to help. Have a great day.